for visiting Tri-State Tennis Tips. Disclaimer, both my hands are on the wheel. I am a very familiar with this route, and I don't suggest that you video yourself while you drive. And I won't always do this, but it's a good way to kill time for me because I've been doing this for so many years. Today's lesson, today's Tri-State Tennis Tip is about setting goals and objectives. Okay? That's the lesson. Set goals and objectives for each outcome of your game. What are you going to do? How are you going to do it? What do you plan to achieve? And what does it mean to achieve that objective? So, my objective used to be go out and have fun. And for years, I just went out and had fun. And I always achieved that objective because it was fun. It was like really fun hitting tennis balls. And then I got on the court and got my butt kicked several times, seriously. And it wasn't fun all of a sudden. It was like I'm competing, I'm on a team. The team is counting on me to like bring home the bacon, so to speak, make points, get their team on the scoreboard. And it became from having fun to improving my game. So it's hard for me to have fun if I'm not improving anymore. So that's something that is a part of every video you'll see. It's about how to improve your game. So one of the ways is, of course, to set goals and objectives. And since I have a match today, I'm going to set my goals and objectives. And then after the match, hopefully, if it's not too dark, or I'd like to do it right after the match because that's when it's fresh on my mind. Talk about the outcome and if I achieve those goals and objectives. Okay? And always my goal is to win, and my objective is to win. Always my goal is to have fun. Always my goal is to improve my game. So, with all that said, there's other goals and objectives that are things that I can pass on and measure. So today's goal and objective is number one, physically prepare. Like, go on that court with a sweat. Now it's outdoor season, it's May, and this is my first outdoor match with this particular team. I think I've played 4 outdoor matches this year, maybe 3, I can't remember. So during those times, I did prepare a little bit, but perhaps not as much. So goal 1, warm up, proper warm up, okay? So that means I'm gonna do a little bit of jumping jacks, a little bit of squats, a little bit of running in place, whatever it takes to get my heart rate going. And I can't do this if I'm late. So that includes getting there early, which I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do. So my first goal might not work because where I'm playing is over an hour from where I'm at now. But I think I'll be able to warm up. I think I'll be all right. My second goal and objective is a high percent, and this is measurable, high percent of first serves. Especially if I'm playing with my partner, who I like playing with, because his serve is big, but his percentages aren't that high all the time. It doesn't really matter because he's like serving aces a lot. He can hold his serve. Even if he's got low percentages, his second serve is as big as his first serve, so he doesn't really worry about that, and I can. So I'm worrying about big serves. I'm sorry, high percentage serves, and less second serves. My third goal is to come in on my serve, so serve and volley, and that is also measurable. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to stick to that goal, because if they're serving volleying, I'm definitely going to do it because I want to be a better serve and volley gamers than them. But if I find out that their serve and volley is like superior than mine, then I just might stand back and just rifle balls at them like they're targets, because that's another good strategy against good net players. Net players play good when other players are at the net, and you challenge them and they're going to end up winning because they're used to hitting net balls back. But when you drive the ball at even a good net person, and it's got a lot of pace on it, it's hard to control that ball. It's hard to place that ball, and a lot of times they end up lobbing it or hitting it into the net. So, plan B is not to come to the net, and then maybe drive the ball at them. Okay, and plan C is always the lob. I don't like to lob if I don't have to. I'm a stroker. I want to stroke the ball. So that's 3 objectives, and that's enough. That's all I need to have. 1 is not having to do with tactics or game or technique. It's just being physically warmed up. 2 is to serve and volley. Is that right? No, high percentage of first serves. And then 3 is to serve and volley. All right. So, this is after the game. It is a little bit, sun's about to go down. I had fun playing tonight. My partner, let's say L or K, and then C and C. That's our opponents, C and C. I'm going to not use their names to protect, the innocent. A lot of people don't like. I wouldn't want people to use my name without my permission in any context on the internet. But in any case, the game plan was to serve and volley, and I had a great warm-up. I think what kind of threw me from the very beginning of the night was I didn't know who I was going to play with. In fact, I thought I was going to play with one of my better friends, and he actually left the team. And so they told me that I was going to play with somebody else. I thought Tony, I shouldn't say his name, another guy, and I didn't end up playing with him. So I didn't know who I was playing with. I was practicing. I'm looking at the guys, and the guy I was warming up with. Oh my God, I was loving that warm up. But we didn't play together. So my partner and I'm not sure if I've played with this guy. Maybe I played with him once or twice before. So did I serve and volley? I served and volleyed the whole first set, maybe 3 or 4 games. And I'm telling you, every single lob that they had to do, because my serving and volleying was pretty good, and just my serve, they just lobbed them. I'm telling you, they hit the lines to the point where that's just plain luck. That's too good, And what do you do when that happens? What are you going to do when your game plan is not working? Plan your work and then work your plan, okay? So I came in and served and continued to serve and volley, but my plan now was to get to the net, not necessarily on the first ball, because I don't like it when somebody hits my serve for a winner, especially a lob winner. That just irks me. So I did stay back, and I smashed a couple of their lobs, and they stopped doing it. But even when they still got kind of lucky, I'm telling you, that first set, I felt like the Sixers game 4 of the playoffs, where they were at home and they had the 2-1 advantage over their other team, and they lost a game they should have won. Everybody says they're better, and so we lost that first set. I mean, they went by us, and we were like, "Damn, what just happened?" That wasn't our bad, just their luck, and that's what I felt like it was. They were just hitting some lucky shots on some really good serves of mine and some decent serves of my partners. And yeah, we had our share of faults and stuff like that. So then the second set came by, and I told my partner, I said, their luck ran out. And sure enough, we were up 3-2, 4-3, and then they tied it up, and they won in the second set. So that was over. Now, about my warm-up, that was really plan A. I was going to warm up. I got a good warm-up in because this guy I was hitting with when I got there, oh my God, he's just consistent, perfect. I mean, we were having long rallies, just a perfect warm-up. However, I didn't really warm up like I was thinking of warming up, because you have to at least have 15 extra minutes. So I was coming from work, and I got there on time, but not enough time to get my warm-up in. So that I did not achieve that goal. My serve and volley goal, my plan A and my plan B, I achieved. I just started to stay back in the second set and start whacking balls at him, and I was getting better results with that, so I stuck with it. And yeah, that's it. What was it? I had to get fit, serve and volley, and drive the ball at the net. That was my plan B, and if I didn't serve a volley. And I had a third of an objective, so I'll have to rewatch my video. I can't remember what it was. But I feel okay. It's like, you know, when you lose, yeah, you should feel bad. But my summer is just developing. I have so many games ahead of me. And that's the way you should look at it. Like, you know, the summer is your game. And how do you start and how do you finish? Last summer I didn't start well. I finished really well. And I was very happy. I got through the summer healthy. I played in August. I did a lot of good things. I did a lot of training. I took some certification training to enhance my teaching skills. And I finished real well. This was my first match with this team. This team is like the team I know least. But I do know some of the players, but I know them to play against them more than I know to play with them. I'm glad to be on this team. I'm glad to be out here. It's a beautiful night, as you can hear and see. Okay, I'll see you before the next match, and maybe I'll have some tips before then. Probably will. Take care.